Hello everyone, I'm RB. Welcome to my video discussing, recapping and reviewing Love Island. This episode has some well-needed bombshells entering the villa, and if you can't guess, this will be for our bestie Mimii and Uma if she's ready. However, we'll get back to this in more detail as now to the start of the episode. And Joey said it was a complete surprise of Trey and Ellie's swift exit. Sean said, believe in what you have with Uma, and he tells Will that he feels the same about Matilda, and he said he wants to get back on track with Matilda tomorrow. Joey and Blade chat about the not quick comment, and he said, don't insult my intelligence, and Blade wants to leave it. But Joey says, don't draw a girl in by insulting someone else's intelligence. And then Blade said it was a joke, but that it was in poor taste. Anyway, Uma is still embarrassed. She feels she's an idiot, and she's upset that Will said Lucy is his type. And Mimii said to the girls, if Jessica's Io's type, then why did he waste her time? Very true points. Anyway, meanwhile, Jess and Will chat, and she said they've got to understand each other's point of view, and she feels Will and Uma should chat. And then Sean goes to chat to Matilda, and Matilda feels like Sean's pushed her away. And at first she rejects his chat, but he wants to squash it and he apologizes. And then shortly after, Will approaches Uma. So separately, Sean and Matilda chat, and Sean said that Hugo shut it down, and Matilda said there was nothing to shut down. It was two conversations. He felt they were touching hands, and Matilda said he was kissing Diamante all night. And the comparison's quite funny. Sean was really clutching at straws there. Anyway, Will and Uma chat, and she's again embarrassed. He doesn't know why she's so upset, basically. And he said he's allowed to have his head turned. And he said he didn't want those connections, that he wants her. And she said she feels insecure. And he said he wouldn't have done it if he was closed off. And she said she wanted a sorry. Elsewhere, Joey is still affected by the comments of insulting his intelligence. It's really hit a nerve. Meanwhile, Sean decides to sleep outside. And it's nighttime with the normal malarkey. Then it's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. No one enjoyed the film festival. And Sean said he'll be a good boy for the foreseeable. He wants to put the drama to bed. Will finally says he needs to see it from Uma's perspective. He's then making her a coffee. He's stopped doubling down. And Uma tells the girls she wants to move on with Will, and Jess says he's lost that right. Grace said to Blade that Joey's comments were unnecessary, that she is not bitter. Then Joey pulls her for a chat, and he says he still cares for her. He doesn't want to see her upset, and that he's happy with Jessy. She said the timing was basically the problem, and he said they weren't in a couple or a relationship. Also that he moved in the right way, and he wants to draw a line under it, and he wants to be civil. And she said she's never said anything bad about him or Jess, but she has. She said that Jessy's so annoying for one. And anyway, they said that they can be friends. Will tries to pamper Uma, and he brings her an ice cream. He then apologizes. He said that his feelings were a lot different to the feelings he has now, and that he feels deeper. And she said she feels hurt. He said if they were closed off, then he would be loyal. He said, I'd leave if you left, as I found what I want in you. And by the way, apparently Uma's left the villa with Will. It may be in tomorrow night's episode. Anyway, he said he'll wait for her and he'll reassure her, and she smiles and immediately squeezes spots on his back. It's also discussed that she wants to close things off with him. But has she forgiven him too soon? What's your opinions? Comment below. Konner and Emma chat. He wants to check how things are going. She said she's not putting any pressure on it. But if you notice, she's not actually said how it's going or if it's going well. He said that he's been overthinking it, and he's not been overthinking it because what he's been thinking was right. And she even basically confirms this and says it's true, but he's not picked up on the hints though. Meanwhile, Sean and Matilda go to the terrace, and as Sean says, where it all started. He wants to put her in a good mood, and he said he gave her space last night, and they said they missed each other, and he said he struggled not being near her. He said that they were open, but the other connections don't compare with her. He said he really likes her, and she said they'll wait and see, and then they hug. Then a text announces, get ready to Mimii, Uma and Jessy, as Reuben and Josh want to take you out for drinks. Then Jessy said she's happy with Joey, and that it would take a lot for her to turn her head, but Mimii is happy. Will says what will be will be. Then Kieran said them boys will want to get to know all the girls, and the girls say Mimii has first dibs on the boys. It's up to her which one she wants. And Matilda said she will speak to Sean and that they had a good chat. Then Grace and Emma chat, and she doesn't find a spark with Konner. She said there's no chemistry and she doesn't want to kiss him. But I mean, I called it the other day on my videos. It was obvious. And also Grace said she's in the same boat. Well, everyone said she should have picked the other guy, Messiah. Anyway, they feel like they need to have a chat with their boys. And Grace thinks that the boys have an inkling. I don't think they do. And especially not Konner. He has no inkling, even when it's obvious. Then the new bombshells, Reuben, 23, and Josh, 29, who are from Surrey and South London. So Mimii, Uma and Jessy arrived for their dates, and Jess said she's channeling the wingman. So she's clearly leaving the other girls to it, as she's got Joey. Then Mimii said that now she's open. She said it's the right time for her. Io then asked Jessica about the new boys, and Jessica said what we have is good and she's happy, they've clicked, and it would take a lot for her to turn her head. She said she doesn't think he's got anything to worry about. And Jessica hopes Mimii walks in on the boy's shoulders with a finger up to Io, and he's laughing, he's loving her company, it's obvious, and they have nice banter. Sean and Matilda chat, she's feeling better. He wants to get back on track, and they can feel that it will blossom into something beautiful. She feels the same, but she doesn't trust him yet, but she feels it squashed. Then Josh likes what Mimii brings, and Reuben feels Uma's wasting her time with Will, that it's not how to treat a woman, and he's prepared to step on toes. A few minutes was missed here, so I'm not sure what there was, but when I watched it, it went straight to the Konner and Emma chat, and basically it's where she was letting him down, and he said if it's not there, it's fine, and she said she wanted to give it the time, but he's glad that they've had the conversation, and he said, if you know, you know. And she doesn't know. So then Blade thinks that things are going well with Grace, but he's used to things moving quicker, and she said there was an attraction. Can you see the word was? And she said normally there'd be fire, but there's not, and she feels like it's a friendship and there's no spark. But he clearly wanted more from their connection. They hug and the conversation ends. Then Konner told the boys that him and Emma are going to be mates now, and he said he couldn't feel it being reciprocated with Emma, and Hugo calls it a cop-out. Then Blade joins the chat, and then he says that they both feel that there's no spark, meaning him and Grace, but nah, she felt that. Anyway, Io and Joey, they pick up on that, and they ask him, was he into her? And he was, and Joey said he could personally tell that Grace was not reciprocating it. So he got his little dig back at him for getting back at the intelligence. Anyway, the five are back from their dates, and then the boys and girls separate to chat. The girls chat. Uma said revenge is sweet. Mimii said they're 10-10, that Josh is her type. She said it went well, and Uma finds Reuben gorgeous. Uma said that Reuben is for her and Josh is for Mimii. Then the boys chat. The boys said Mimii and Uma are not the most happy with their predicaments, and Josh said that Mimi's his type and that he would have handled things differently, and Io said it was sweet with Mimii, but then Casa happened, and Will said he's with Uma, but Casa came, but they're going to work through it. Joey said the new boys are loving life, and he thinks they're lively. Joey said it seems like Reuben's into Uma, and Will said we'll see. And the new boys chat to the girls, and Emma said she's on the market basically, and Grace says the same. And the boys' types are confident and funny, and Josh said he would have done things differently, and Reuben also says the same. He said it's the difference between a boy and a man, and that there's not a lot of men in here. Also, that there's a way of being respectful. And separately, Joey said, bombshells, bosh. Anyway, from my point of view, the episode was another 8 out of 10. Brilliant, with some new bombshells in to sweep Mimii off her feet and to shake things up. But what's your opinions? What did you think of the episode? Comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and catch you for the next episode.